Good morning, students. This session is for class 12th, and we are continuously studying ray optics. And as we know that the reflection of light is uh, not the syllabus of academic session for this year. So let's see. We are going to start at the next topic, that is the refraction of light. Okay. So student, I am sure you have some basic idea of refraction of light. Okay, so let me give you the basic definition and the daily life examples related to refraction of light. Okay, so you can see the topic is refraction of light. So what is actually refraction of light? Let us first understand what is refraction of light, and then we will discuss some daily life examples related to refraction of light. Okay, so let's start. So you can see this is the diagram. Suppose this is the glass sheet, suppose a glass slab, or you can say simply glass, and this one is air. Now when light ray, suppose this one is light ray, travel from one medium, suppose air, and it enter in another medium, suppose this one is the glass, then it deviated from its original path. You can see here, when light ray travel from one medium to another medium, it deviated from its path. This phenomena of light is known as refraction. Okay, so let me repeat. When light ray travel from one medium to another medium, then it deviated from its original path. Actually, we know that light travels in straight line. So this light ray, this one is the light ray, this light ray should travel in straight line like this, but it deviated from its original path, that is, you can say PQR. It deviated from this path and it travel travel on path PQS. So you can see the PQS is not a straight line. At the point where the it enters in the second medium, it starts deviated from its path. So this phenomena of light is known as refraction. Okay. Okay, but there is one very important point. Light deviated from its path when it travels from one medium to another only if it incident on the boundary obliquely. Obliquely means it does not enters in second medium at angle 90 degree. You can see here, this angle is not 90 degree. This angle is known as angle of incidence. So let me tell you one very interesting case. So I am going to erase this one and I am going to discuss one very interesting case now. So let us discuss some interesting cases. Suppose this one is the glass slab, light ray travel like this. You can see when it enter in the medium, it at angle 90 degree, it does not deviate from its path. So this one is glass, this is air, and this one is light ray. Okay, so if light ray coming from air enters in the medium at perpendicular to the boundary, it does not deviate from its path. So you can see this is the first condition. Now let's see the second case. Suppose this one is the glass. this is the normal. Okay, normal is chosen on the surface to find out the angle of the ray from the normal. Okay, so let me tell you what is normal. You can see this one is the surface. Okay, now any line which is perpendicular to the surface is known as normal. So this one is the normal. You can choose normal anywhere on this surface. Okay, anywhere according to the choice. You can take on this surface at any point according to the requirement. Okay, so now the light ray is coming from here, suppose like this. So it deviated from its path like this. So this one is also light ray. This is normal. This light ray is known as incident ray. So you can write here for the both of the ray, you can say both these two rays are incident ray. So these are incident ray. This one is also incident ray. This one is also incident ray. Now the angle of incident ray with normal is known as angle of incidence and denoted by angle I. Now the ray which deviated from its original path is known as refracted ray. So this ray is known as refracted ray, and the phenomena is known as refraction. Okay, so you can write here P Q R. So you can see here PQ is incident ray and QR is refracted ray. Okay, this QN is normal. Now you can see there is another angle. This angle is small r, and this small r is known as angle of refraction. Right? So let me repeat. When light ray coming from one medium incident on the boundary of the two medium obliquely, then it deviated from its original path. This phenomena of light is known as refraction. In this diagram you can see this PQ is ray, that is known as incident ray. Now the angle with the normal of incident ray is known as angle of incidence. Okay, and this ray that is deviated is known as refracted ray, and the angle of this refracted ray with normal is known as angle of refraction. Right? So student, there is one very important point. The angle of incident ray or angle of refracted ray is always measured from normal at the point of refraction. Okay, you can see this is the point of refraction. So you always draw normal at the point where refraction started. Okay, so this one is the second case, and that is B. Here another very interesting case of refraction. So let's see the case number C, or you can say the third condition. So suppose this one is the glass, right? Suppose light source is here, this one is source. So light is traveling like this in a straight line here. Now this is the boundary of air. Suppose air, this one is air and this is glass. Now you can see this is the point where refraction takes place, so this will be the normal. Now so this light ray deviated away from the normal, you can see here. Okay, so you can see in this diagram this ray is incident ray. Now this is incident ray, that is PQ, and this one is R. This is refracted ray. This one is normal. Now angle of incidence is here, this is I, and angle of refraction is R. Okay. So now we are ready to understand the three conditions. You can see in this case, when light travel from rarer medium, you can see air is rarer medium and glass is denser. Okay, so density of glass is high as compared to air. So this one is known as rarer medium, this one is known as denser medium. When light ray travel from rarer to denser or denser to rarer, you can draw for both the cases like this. Okay, so in this case, if source is here, this one is incident ray and this one is refracted ray. So in both the cases, there is no refraction take place. It means light does not deviated from its path. Okay, in these two cases, means when light incident on the boundary of the two surfaces normally, then there is no refraction take place. But reflection take place when light travel from either rarer to denser medium or denser to rarer medium and incident at the boundary of the two medium obliquely. Obliquely means it is not perpendicular but at some angle with the normal. So it deviated from its original path, and this deviation in the path when medium changes is known as refraction of light. So you can see here. Now you can see in this case, this is the incident ray, the normal, the refracted ray. You can see here, when light ray travel from rarer medium, that is air, this one is air. When light ray travel from rarer medium air to denser medium glass, you can see here, the refracted ray is very close to normal, or you can say in these type of cases, angle of refraction is always less than angle of incidence. So the point is very interesting, and that is, if in any case angle of refraction is less than the angle of incidence, it means light will travel from rarer to denser medium. This is very interesting point, you should know. So I hope you understand. So when light will travel from rarer to denser medium, angle of incidence is always greater than the angle of refraction, right? Now in next case, that is, you can see, if light ray travel from denser medium, that is glass, to rarer medium, that is air, or you can take any other set of two medium. So in these cases, the angle of incidence is always less than the angle of refraction. So in this case, you can see the angle I is less than angle R. So here you can write angle I is less than angle R is less than angle R, and here you can write angle I is greater than angle R. So students, I am sure you understand what is refraction of light. So finally, after this discussion, I am going to give you the definition of refraction, and the definition is, when light ray travel from one medium, either denser or rare, to another medium, either denser or rare, you can choose one rarer and one denser according to the choice. So you can say, if light ray travel from one medium, suppose that is rarer, to another medium, suppose that is denser, and it incident on the boundary or interface of the two media, it should be interface of the two media obliquely, then it deviated from its original path, and this phenomena is known as refraction. So let me repeat the definition. When light ray travel from one media to another media and it incident on the interface of the two media obliquely, then it deviated from its original path, and this phenomena is known as refraction of light. So this is the basic definition. You can note down this definition by pausing your video, or you can, I have repeated this definition many times. You can write according to the choice, the many definition given in book in quite different statements, so you can note down their definition from your book also. Okay, so I hope you understand what is refraction of light. Now we are going to discuss some daily life examples related to daily life and some conclusions which we got from these discussions. So let us consider about our important discussions related to the refraction of light. So we are going to note down some important point. So now we are ready to discuss about the refraction, the important points about the refraction. The first point is angles that are angle I and R always measured from normal. Second point, if angle I is less than angle R, it means light ray travel from denser to rarer media. You can see here, if angle I, this is angle of incidence, is less than the angle of reflection, it means light ray travel from denser to rarer media. Third point, if angle I is greater than angle R, this means light ray travel from rarer to denser media. Okay, so these are very interesting results related to refraction of light, and this is actually the result of our discussion which we have discussed just now. So you can note down these things, and you can by using these things, these things will help you to understand the concept of refraction. Okay, so if you want, you can note down, otherwise I am going to raise these things and we are going to discuss about the daily life examples of refraction. So students, we know that there are many examples which we have seen in our daily life related to refraction. Like the examples are you have seen in night the twinkling of star आपको टिमटिमाता हुआ दिखता है, कभी इधर उधर ऐसे हिलता हुआ. This is due to the refraction. Okay, किसी ग्लास के अंदर वाटर फिल करने के बाद उसके अंदर पेन डाल देते हैं, देखा होगा वो आपको बेंड दिखती है. ठीक है। टेस्ट ट्यूब में अगर जर्क है तो आप देखेंगे कि वो वहाँ पे चमकता हुआ दिखता है। ये सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हैं, और भी बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स यहाँ पे हैं। जैसे कि अगर हम बात करें तो एडवांस सनराइज एंड डीले सनसेट, ये एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट एग्जाम्पल है। एडवांस सनराइज और डीले सनसेट, इसके बारे में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे। ट्विंकलिंग ऑफ स्टार, ये तो हमने बता ही दिया आपको, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे ये एग्जाम्पल्स हैं जो कि इससे रिलेटेड हैं। लेकिन अब इन एग्जाम्पल से पहले हम लोग जानना चाहेंगे कि एक्चुअल में रिफ्रैक्शन क्यों होता है, ठीक है। तो कॉज ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन, कॉज ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन हम लोग जानना चाहेंगे, क्यों होता है रिफ्रैक्शन। तो स्टूडेंट्स, रिफ्रैक्शन होने का सबसे बड़ा जो रीज़न है वो क्या है, वो है स्पीड। स्पीड किसकी, किस में रिफ्रैक्शन होता है, ऑफ कोर्स लाइट में। तो उसकी स्पीड के बारे में ही बात करेंगे, स्पीड ऑफ लाइट, यही एक्चुअल में कॉज है। अब होता क्या है इसमें, तो देखिए होता ये है कि स्पीड ऑफ लाइट जो होती है, स्पीड ऑफ लाइट चेंजेस इन डिफरेंट मीडिया, ठीक है। तो अगर आप एयर या वैक्यूम की बात करें तो स्पीड ऑफ लाइट 3 × 10⁸ मीटर पर सेकेंड है। लेकिन अगर आप देखें जैसे जैसे मीडियम की डेंसिटी इंक्रीज होती है, स्पीड ऑफ लाइट डिक्रीज होती चली जाती है, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे स्पीड ऑफ लाइट जो होती है वो चेंज होती है, जिसकी वजह से रिफ्रैक्शन होता है। जब कोई लाइट रे किसी मीडियम से दूसरे मीडियम में एंटर करती है तो उसकी स्पीड चेंज हो जाती है, और वहाँ पे क्या होता है, रिफ्रैक्शन होता है। तो यही कॉज है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। एक्चुअल में स्पीड ऑफ लाइट कॉज नहीं है, बल्कि कॉज क्या है, स्पीड ऑफ लाइट चेंजेस इन डिफरेंट मीडिया। तो स्पीड ऑफ लाइट जो होती है वो डिफरेंट मीडियम में डिफरेंट होती है, इसीलिए यहाँ पे रिफ्रैक्शन फिनोमेना जो है वो लाइट में देखने को मिलता है, यही इसका कॉज है। ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, व्हाट इज द कॉज ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन। तो यू मस्ट राइट refraction take place because the speed of light is different in different media, or you can say when light travels from one medium to another medium, its speed gets changed, so refraction take place there, okay. So this is the very interesting and very important point. What is the cause of refraction? The cause of refraction is the speed of light is different in different media. So I am going to raise this point and then we will proceed towards the next one. So now we are ready to study about the different very important point related to the refraction. So we have know about the normal, we have know about incident ray, we have know about the refracted ray, we have know about incident angle, or you can say angle of incidence, and you know about angle of refraction. So let me give you another very important diagram, and after that we will study something interesting. So dear student, you can see, suppose this one is glass, this is angle of incidence, that is PQ. Oh sorry, this is the incident ray. Incident ray, angle of incidence, refracted ray, angle R. Okay, this one is air. Now you can see here again this is the interface of glass and air. This one is air. So at this point again in reflection take place. So you can draw another normal here. Now the refracted ray, again this one is the incident ray for this case. So it will travel like this. And this angle becomes R. Or you can say if this angle is I dash, so this one is R dash. And this ray, this is also a ray, so you can say this one is S, P, Q, R. Suppose this one is R and this is S. So this RS is known as emergent ray. Emergent ray. Emergent ray means it reaches in the same media after crossing some different media. So this one is emergent ray. So experiment shows that the angle of incidence and angle of emergence is same in this case, and these two angles are also equal. According to the experiment, this is true, and we will also prove these things by using the geometry of this ray diagram. So you can see here, this is the incident ray, then you can see refracted ray, then you can see the emergent ray. So in this picture, PQ, or in this ray diagram, PQ is incident ray, QR refracted ray, RS emergent ray. Now this is angle of incidence, angle of refraction, then again angle of incidence and angle of emergence. Okay, so I hope you understand this figure is very important to understand the actual concept of the refraction from a glass slab, because the maximum experiments and activities are related to this refraction. Okay, so I hope you understand this type of refraction and you can draw this ray diagram by yourself. Okay, so you should try to draw this ray diagram in your copy. So draw this diagram in your copy. Now we are ready to study the next topic, but before starting that one, let's draw this one is in the reverse process. Okay, so I am going to erase this part. So students, now we are ready to understand the concept of refractive index. In class 10th you have studied about refractive index. Actually refractive index is a very important property of medium on which the speed of light depends. So it is defined like this. The refractive index of a medium is defined by the ratio of the speed of light in vacuum, that is C, upon the speed of light in that medium, that is V. Okay. Sometimes it is also denoted by the letter N, or you can denote it by mu, and it is equal to C by V, where C is value 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second upon V, speed of light in a given medium. Okay, so this one is the refractive index of a medium defined by these things. I hope you understand what is refractive index. We will discuss about refractive index in detail when we study the laws of refraction. There are two laws of refraction, and you have studied about laws of refraction and Snell's law, actually Snell's law of refraction, and the second one is we will discuss there. Okay, So here you should note down what is refractive index and how you can find out the value of refractive index of a medium. If you know what is the speed of the light in that medium, then you can find out the refractive index. Or if you know the refractive index of the medium, that means you can find out V is equal to C by N. So you can also find out the speed of light in a given medium if you know about the refractive index of the medium. Okay. So students, आज के लिए इतना ही. आज हम इतना ही पढ़ेंगे. नेक्स्ट डे हम लोग लॉज ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन पढ़ेंगे और उसके बाद उसके बारे में देखेंगे, उससे रिलेटेड चीज़ें और न्यूमेरिकल्स भी सॉल्व करेंगे रिफ्रैक्शन से रिलेटेड. और रिफ्रैक्शन ये चैप्टर रिफ्रैक्शन से काफ़ी रिलेटेड है, तो कंटिन्यू काफ़ी रिफ्रैक्शन के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. बट अगर हमें बेसिक ही आइडिया नहीं होगी तो चीज़ें समझना डिफ़िकल्ट होगा, इसलिए हमें रिफ्रैक्शन के बारे में बहुत ही अच्छे से जानना ज़रूरी है. ओके, सो थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग दिस सेशन. थैंक यू वेरी मच.